Hi, this is Chris from Go Vacuum, and I'd like to share with you the battle of the bagless StickVacs. We'll be comparing the cleaning ability of 4 bagless StickVacs that have beater brushes designed to clean carpeting to see how well each of these will do. All of these are brand new machines that have been opened only for this video, and all of them have been fully charged to the manufacturer's specifications. So they all have a full battery at this time. The contestants in the battle today are first the Eureka Quick Up. This is the 96H, and this doubles up as a hand vac as well. And this one has a 6-volt battery. The second one is the Oreck lightweight StickVac and hand vac combo as well, and it's the model AV701B with a 9-volt battery. Then we have the Dyson DC35 Digital Slim. This is a StickVac and hand vac as well, and this one has a 22-volt battery. And last but not least, we have the Hoover Linx bagless cordless StickVac with an 18-volt lithium-ion battery. So all of these are fully charged, brand new, so that should be pretty equal. And we're going to test them today to see how well each of them does and see if we can determine which one is the actual winner in this competition. So let's get started. Okay, so here's how the cleaning comparison is going to go. Each machine is going to have first a half cup of regular sand to clean up. Then we're going to stop and see how much of the sand the machine picked up out of the carpet. And then we're going to move on to a larger granule, which is actually, this is a carpet and vacuum freshener. It's a large granule, which most of the machines should have no problem picking up. And then it's going to be on to the synthetic pet hair to see how well it works on pet hair. And then finally we're going to do edge cleaning tests to see how well each machine can edge clean. And the first machine we're going to test is going to be the Eureka 96H. And let's go ahead and put the sand down. Then turn the machine on. Make sure the beaters are turning. And we'll go ahead and do 2 swipes back, up, and back twice on all machines. So there was a half a cup of sand when we put it down on the carpet. Let's see how much of it the Eureka 96H picked back up. Out of that half a cup, see if we can zoom in, the Eureka 96H only picked up about half of it. About a quarter cup of sand was only picked up from the Eureka. Well, let's see what the Eureka does.
see it got
got the majority of the first swipe. In about 3 swipes, it got all of the vacuum freshener up. Now we're going to move on to the synthetic pet hair, see how well the machine does on that. Again, about 3 swipes, and the machine picked up the majority of the pet hair. And finally, let's go to the edge cleaning and see how well the machine edge cleans. And to be fair, we'll try all machines on both sides. And you can see that it's just not picking it up. And that was the Eureka Quick Up 96H. And that is the smallest battery voltage of them all at only 6 volts. Okay, so the next machine we're gonna try is the Oreck 2-in-1 StickVac and hand vac combo, model AV701B. And just to be fair, I have vacuumed the floor in between the machines to make sure that there's no remaining particles, and refilled the sand cup with new sand, and you can see it's half a cup. So let's test this machine and see how well it does. There's the pet hair and the edge cleaning. So let's test this machine and see how well it does on the sand. And then we'll stop it and see how much of the sand it picked up. So we're going to go up and back and then stop. And see how much sand is in the machine. So we started with a half cup, and I can just see the sand still here. So this really did pretty poorly. Let's see how much it actually picked up. Wow. So out of the half cup that we started with, there is less, almost barely to the bottom. And you can still see the sand where the machine didn't pick it up. Larger particles and the pet hair. there's got most of it up, but actually there's still some fine particles that are still remaining after 4 swipes. You can zoom in there. It got the majority of it up, but there's still some very fine particles that it did not pick up. So it didn't do very well on the sand, and then it did the majority of the vacuum freshener. Now let's test it on the pet hair and see how well it does on the pet hair. See, after about 5 swipes, 6 swipes, it did get up all the pet hair. Now finally we'll go on to the edge cleaning test and see how well the machine can edge clean. Getting some of it because I can smell it coming out of the vacuum, but it's not getting the stuff all the way in the corner there. Turn it around to the other side. Yeah, it's just not picking it up at all. They got the stuff on the outer part, but the stuff is still inside the corner there. Okay, you've seen the Eureka 96H, you've seen the Oreck AV701. Now it's time to see the most expensive out of the 4, the Dyson DC35 Digital Slim. It should be pointed out that this is the only model out of the 4 that will not stand up on its own. It needs to be connected to the charger in order to stand upright. This one also has the most powerful battery at 22 volts. So let's see what this one can do on the sand. We'll put the large granules down too. And you can see it's 1/2 of a cup of sand. And let's see what it can do. Alright, and I can still see a lot of sand there, so we put 1/2 cup down. Let's see how much we got back out of it. Without spilling it. Wow. So it looks like you got less than a quarter of it back out of the carpet. Less than a quarter of it came back out of the carpet. And now let's move on to the larger particle granules. Got most of them. And now on to the pet hair. See what it can do on the pet hair. Not doing so well here. That the vacuum that never clogs has clogged. None of the other vacuums we've had have clogged, but it seems that this one has now clogged. I just don't know what happened here. It just looks like the machine had clogged up. It's completely full. That pulsating noise indicates that the machine needs to be emptied, but that wouldn't be really fair to do because we didn't have to empty any of the other machines. So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to do the edge cleaning here and see if we can pick up anything with this. I'm really surprised. I thought the Dyson was gonna be the best. It's the most expensive. It has the largest most powerful battery, and it seems that it has a very small dirt cup in it. But let's see if we can get anything on edge cleaning. And it just now cut off. It's still picking up a little bit here. Turn it around on the other side. And got the stuff on the outside, but you can see the stuff all the way in the corner there. I just didn't get it. So that was the Dyson DC35 Digital Slim, and very disappointed actually. I was very surprised how small the dirt cup was, how quickly it filled up, and how quickly it lost suction. This is the vacuum that's never supposed to lose suction, but it seems that it did. So that was the Dyson. Let's move on to the last competitor. Okay, now for the last machine to test. This is the Hoover Linx bagless cordless StickVac, model BH50010. And this one has an 18-volt lithium-ion battery. And let's see how well this one does. There's the stand, you can see, at a half of a cup. Actually, just a little over a half of a cup there. And the larger granules. And then there's the pet hair. And finally the edge cleaning there. Okay, so let's test out the sand first. So, out of the half cup that we put onto the floor, let's test this and see how much we got out. That's spilling it everywhere. And it looks like it picked up a lot of it. Alright, so out of the half cup, looks like we got a little bit more than a third of a cup. So that has been by far the machine to pick up the most amount of sand. And let's go on and test the larger size granule. Wow. One swipe and all of that granule is gone. Completely gone in one swipe. That is by far the best we've seen yet on any vacuum. Now let's go on to the pet hair. And you can see it did a fabulous job picking up that pet hair as well. Now finally on the edge cleaning. Let's see how well it does here. You did a very good job on that side. still left some of the larger particles and particles that are in the very inside corner of the, you can see there. So I think we have a clear winner. The Dyson did absolutely poorly, absolutely horrible. The Eureka did pretty badly as well. The Oreck was also pretty bad. But for a bagless, cordless stick vacuum, I think the Hoover is a clear winner.